Good morning, everyone, and welcome. Before we start, we have a disclosure. Please be aware of risk in the future trading. All our videos for educational purpose only. You're very welcome to follow any of our automated signal as long as you are on SIM. We're not responsible for your trade. We have a couple of news coming exactly at 10 o'clock Eastern time, and right now it's 9:58. So we're gonna stay on hold for a little until the news gets out of the way. So we will start analyzing the market in 5 minutes. Thank you. The news that just came out, and we can see the market is dropping, is bleeding, and this is very good, healthy for the market to move. Doesn't matter which direction it moves, we're gonna make it. Excellent. We just wait a little bit, so we'll slow down. We stay a couple minutes. We wait till it slow down. Right now, we cannot take any trade or call any trade because the market is going to hit the institutional target, profit taking, and it's gonna hit the institutional target. It's very early. It's only 10:02 right now, Eastern time, and here it is. It's coming. Wow, the sellers are way over the buyers. You can see on the chart with the 6 different time frame, the sellers are way over the buyers. You know, for the last few months, I've been saying you should never trade Bitcoin or crypto with a stop loss because you cannot really, the market is not as stable as the future trading. where we can nail it down to the tick with the stop loss. For the last couple of 3 weeks, millions and millions and millions of dollars and companies has lost a tremendous. A lot of people were forced to liquidate yesterday and a day before and a day before. And you hear all those amateurs, they never been experiencing crashes. I mean, I have experienced at least 11 crashes or 8 crashes in my lifetime. I mean, heavy crashes. And they don't understand what's going on because they keep over leveraging themselves. So here's a reality where we were saying this for a long time: do not trade the crypto with leverage or stop loss. You're not gonna make it. It's like the Forex. You cannot do that. On the Forex or crypto, you need to use a daily chart and you pinpoint by 240 minutes, or and then you pinpoint from the 240 minutes to the 30 minutes, and then magnify your entry on maybe 5 minutes. I mean, you go from the daily chart to the 240 minutes to the 30 minutes, and then you can go on 5 minutes to magnify where you need to enter. So it is not just a buy-sell indicator when you are trading the crypto or you are trading Forex. It's much deeper than just a little robot based on ATRs, momentum, MACDs. It's much more complicated than the future trading. And the option is no longer valid. The option is not even a trading anymore. So here it is. The future trading is the best for day trading, and you can make more money on the future trading than any crypto or Forex. It is the most stable market to trade on a daily basis. You can try all kind of whatnots, and you will never be able to have stability in your trade like the future, because it's readable. And when the market crash, you make your money, and when the market going up, you make money. There is no problem. As long as the market moving, you will be making money. As an example, we've been doing this a day after day, months after months, a year after year. When we hit the institutional target, profit taking every single day. It's not by mistake. Every single day, the same story. And when the market hit the institutional between the two yellow line, can you see that between the two yellow line, which I covered yesterday on the private webinars for our traders about the yellow line again, and I was going through details about it. If you go back to any video we said when you go between the two yellow line, you should not initiate short, or vice versa. When it goes here, you should not take long anymore, despite what kind of auto trade you have. And here it is. That's what the beauty about future. We know exactly where it's coming. It is between those two lines. This means reversal. We have a re-entry on the ES 6643 short, and we have a re-entry on the Nasdaq 24,611 short. Simple. So don't waste your time with illusion. All those commercials, they think you can get away with it by just buy-sell signal, or somebody selling you an auto trade and he don't know how to trade a paperback, and you don't have an experience. Your chances to be successful trader is 0 to none. For the last 16, 17 years now, we are coming to the 17 years. We never seen any trader got away with it. And we had thousands of traders. If you don't learn the pattern in the market. Doesn't matter if you have, in our package there is 20 auto trades. We're not lag of trading or auto trading. You have a scalping, you have a swing trading, you have everything in there. It takes your lifetime to finish the 20 auto trade. There is enough bread in there. There is enough development to keep you going for the rest of your life, and you will never get bored. Every day you discover something new. We've been developing for the last 16 years. So there is plenty there to keep you busy the rest of your life. But beside that, if you don't learn the market pattern, you don't learn how the market move, what is the rules in the market, not my rules. The market don't care about your rules and my rules, but the rules of the market. And how you can be disciplined, and when you can take the trade, and when you should start your auto trade, and when you need to skip your auto trade, which you eventually you're gonna come to after Thanksgiving. You're not able to use any kind of auto trade. There is no performance. The market spikes for a few minutes a day, and then the rest of the day is just on idle. So as we see here, we got the hit the target 2 institutional. We got the target 2 institutional. We are in charge with the market. We don't have to worry about it. And here it is, loud and clear. And there's nothing to worry about. We are on the same direction of the market. And now the buyers and the sellers start getting weaker a little bit, and the buyers start gaining, which I tell you what is the story here. From here to this, any single amateur trader on any indicator he have is giving him a long trade. It's giving him a long trade. MACDs, ATRs, momentum, RSI, you name it. All those enchilada is giving him a long trade. And that's why you can see even his auto trade is given a long trade. And the reality is just a pullback re-entry. The pullback re-entry is the most success trading, and it's been used by even professional institutionals. They know the trick. They know the trend, identified. The most success trading, it is identify trend, pullback re-entry, and those the traders in the firm, in any given firm, not some kind of a little kit on a little cheap app telling us what to do with the trading. No, I've been there. Every single institutional, every bank, they teach the trader about identify trend, pullback, re-entry. Every single firm, not a little kit on a cheap app. It's not gonna work. To learn from that man, he was born yesterday, and most of them they couldn't even survive the crash. They couldn't even survive the crash, and they lost a great deal of money. So, as you see, the market came in again to the yellow line, pull back. You see where's the yellow line? Coming from here to here. This is a re-entry point, and now we are going back down again. And what it is, it dragged the ES with him. The ES didn't even make it to the 6,639. He couldn't make it because the Nasdaq dragged him with him. So as we see here, because the market is turning around, let me show you something. Now the sellers are increasing again. And look at this, the sellers are increasing again. Because all those amateur trading, they start jumping on the trade, and there is no trade. This is the price you pay. No matter how much he's filtered, the more he filter, the later he is on the trade. If he's using an auto trade and using filter, the more filter he use on any given auto trade, he have a delay entry. And if the smart one using 15 minutes as an example on a daily trade for a retailer, he probably will get the entry somewhere around there, because we have some company, I find out, they want the traders auto trade on 15 minutes and 30 minutes. But they forgot to mention what is the stop loss on ES, a trade in ES on 30 minutes. Is it 100 tick? Is it 50 tick? Is it 75 ticks? If this is the story, why you need a system, if your stop loss 50 ticks on the ES 5 point, you better have a big chunk of money to waste, because at least you will have a day, 1 or 2 losing trade on 15 minutes chart. The stop loss on a 15 minutes chart, you cannot make a stop loss on the same bar you are entered. You need 2 bars at least away from the market price. So go ahead and turn on your 15 minutes and measure the bars. If you enter the market here, you need at least 2 bars down on a stop loss. And let's see, you count the ticks, how much you need. On every single instrument, you need at least 2 bar stop loss. The most cost efficient, which has been taught by institutional banks. We used to trade in Luxembourg with the gold and silver. I was not on the Forex. They'll teach you the cost of the trade is more important than the trade. So when you are using a lower time frame with an efficiency, the cost of the trade is more important than, I want to make money. Yes, you want to make money. We all like to have money. You're not the only one. But you need to learn how to make money. It's not going to come to you and drop on your head when you are sleeping. What you need to learn how to make money in the market. And there is no way out. For the last 16 years, and now we're going to 17 years, I have not seen one single amateur trader become rich. I have not seen, yes, they say everything on the media, but in the reality, you never see this guy making a living out of it. He quit a job, he thinks he got it, and then when he start being a trader on his own, he found out he's out of a job and out of money. This story has been the same in music for the last 16, 17 years. And there is no way you can get away with the market, because this is a place where millions of people like you want to make money. So when you turn on your platform, it doesn't matter what platform, and you start trading, it is a war between you and somebody else sitting maybe in China, and who got the most intelligent brain and knowledge and education is going to get rewarded. And the guy thinks the money is going to drop on his head by buying a cheap app, buy and sell signal. This guy is going to lose, and he's going to make the other guy make money. So this is the story behind those, and I have seen it for many years, and it never fell. It never fell. It's the same story. It's just you playing the same music every single day for the last 17 years by a huge variety of people. They still would not admit it, that they need to have knowledge in the market. Well, enough of that. This market coming back to the institutional, and then you have here is coming to the institutional again, and it is a profit taken on those institutional, and there is here is the most confusion. If we take the ES hitting the target, but believe me, there is a lot more bread. There is, I'm not surprised on the ES by 11 o'clock to be around 6,565. I'm not surprised if we're gonna hit this morning session by 6,565. The market is bleeding. There is a lot of short, and there is a good potential for this market to drop. And on the Nasdaq now, on the target 2, we have a profit taken. It's like It's like when you're climbing the stairs. I'm sorry, today I'm eating and then I broke my teeth. Today, uh, I got a rock in the food. Uh, uh, when it's like when you're climbing the stairs, you take a break, and what it is going down, but it's taking a break in between. So, is the short is over? It's not even near over. There is a huge drop, and this is the biggest mistake they made. And I was laughing for the last 2 weeks on the Bitcoin. The traders got confused, and when they saw the Bitcoin going up, they start buying, and where you should have been selling. So, and they thought it was, they use pivot, they use ATRs, they use MACDs, they use all kind of whatnots, and they miscalculate because they don't know the bigger picture, and they have not been experiencing crashes like us. So this is where the filter come between a guy has survived from 8 to 10 crashes in his life, and from a guy he just experienced one crash today. So the market is crashed, and all the stocks are down. The crypto is down. The Nasdaq is down. Everything is down, and it is very simple. Strategy is to follow the trend and look at the bigger picture on the pullback re-entry. For the last 2 weeks, the Bitcoin is going back on a pullback re-entry short. And those amateur traders that were buying, yes, you can buy and save them on a cold wallet for the next 10 years. But there is a difference if you buy $50,000 or $100,000 on the price of 106, 108, 109, 110, or if you can buy the price now, what is the Bitcoin now? Or if you can buy the price at 90 or 91. There is a big gap on the price, thousands. So this is what the difference between understand the pullback re-entry and don't get excited with the little bar is telling you long or short. You should never get excited over a little bar. You need to look at the market in a different manner. Now at this moment, the Nasdaq and the ES have crossed this number here and this number here, the yellow number. It is between the below that number is short, above that number is long. But wait, if we look at the strategy here, the sellers start melting and the buyers getting at the 1 minute, 3 minutes, and 5 minutes is giving you strong signal to buy. Nevertheless, the higher time frame is still in short. What does that mean? You have a week long trade. So you have a week long, and a strong long, or vice versa. So not every long is long, and not every short is short. There is a weak short, and there is a long short, a weak long. So if we look here, we can see, yes, we have signals that it was across this one here, but still there is weakness on most of the market. You never take a trade until you make sure you are going in the right direction. Not just based on a couple bars left and right. What we need to look at the bigger picture, where is the majority of the trends going in the same direction, especially the higher time frame, has to be in order for us to take the 1 minute. So yes, we understand there is a strong long, weak long, and yet has not been confirmed as a strong. So I can call the trade long for you here. I can take call the trade long for you. but you need to be fast. In case if the market turn around, you need to immediately break even and call the trade off and secure yourself. And if we look at the ES, now is a climb in the ES. We know exactly this ES don't have too much bread climbing all the way, because first of all, I can call the trade for you from 6,633 to the 6,647. I can call that trade for you. Because of the weakness, there is a good potential for this market from here to drop, because the market is weak. The market is weak, it's taking a break. And even if he crossed the 6,647, you have a tremendous resistance on the top of that. There is no way the ES able to break those resistance. There is no way. Only if there is a breaking news. That is different. But technically, this market is not able to break all those walls and keep going. So now if we see on the ES and NASDAQ, because it was a week long, they drop in again. And here is the story, is so what? Yeah, I tell you what is so what. For every trade, average amateur trader, he have around couple $100 in stop loss. NASDAQ ES. An average trader, amateur trader, he have an auto trade, and he set up his auto trade and average around 200. You see, this is what it is. Everybody can read amateur trader. His fibs, his indicators, his stop loss, everybody, he's not doing anything new. And the smart one now, they are using an AI, and they still losing because they don't understand the structure of the market. So they are vulnerable. Those amateur traders, they're around $200 stop loss on any given market. $200 a day, that's $50,000 a day, a year. $50,000 a year. 75% of any given platform, the amateur traders, especially the young one, they don't even have $5,000 in the account. They want to be trader, they want to buy an auto trade, 50%, and they need some kind of prop firm to give them the money. 50%, if it's not 65%. But he don't know the market. He fails, and he keep failing. He keep buying product, and he keep failing. So the only thing, the best way, if you are serious about this business, you need to not to sit down for the next 10 years learning price action. We don't have courses we sell. I don't sell any courses, and I have no time to babysit a grown man to give me a couple of $300 at the end of the month. I can do much better without him. So I'm not selling any courses. If you think I'm selling, I'm not selling you anything. You know, go buy whatever you want and learn. But if we notice here on the market, it's not going anywhere. That's why I didn't want to call the trade for you from here to here, because it doesn't make sense for a small trade. Gamble on $200. $200 a day is $50,000 a year if you make mistakes. So this is reality. This is not a show. You know, so right now the market is getting, because of the internet. In the older days when we were trading in Geneva, when I was young, before I had my children, we had a satellite to receive our data. We had delay. We didn't have even the E-mini. But in the older days, before the internet, when we were trading on a satellite receiving the data, we had many V-shape, and the market was moving much better than now. Yes, the market closed after the ES dropped 12 points. The market closed for 15 minutes and 30 minutes in the older days, yes. and you have a bet in the market and you don't have any connection to change your mind. Because the market shut down for, if the Dow Jones 250 points down, and then the market shut down, you cannot trade anymore. In the older days, I don't know, now you will never see this. But what I'm saying is, because of the internet, the market has flattened out a lot. There is a lot of people that want to go in and out of the market within seconds. So there is no longer those V, M shape, W shape and on the chart, and there is no more movement in the market. So you really need to pinpoint your take before you can enter the market. You really need to fuzzle with to find the precise bar to get into the market. And if we look right now, the market is sitting sideways, and there is not much to do. The one thing is about the internet right now. Before, when in the older days, when the ES dropped, we used to have the V shape drop. You enter the market, and the market turn around and go up again, and you're done with the short trades. Right now, because of the internet, it's no longer the V shape you see in the market. You don't see it. And you need to really look at the market by the tick. You need to examine the market, and that's why you have a lot of sideways in the market because of the internet. You have a lot of neutral bars. There is no direction, long or short anymore, like it used to be in the older days. And you have to be careful. Actually, now it's harder because the market can go sideways very often because of the internet trading and the high frequency. So that's why you experience a lot of sometimes volatility, and you cannot find the right entry, and you cannot find, by the time you get a buy signal or a sell signal, you are late in the game. And it is very right now, I think it is harder to pinpoint where is your entry, because the market variate a lot during the daytime. When you are trading, the market is going back and forth a lot because a lot of people going in and out in seconds. So this is what it is. It's become harder actually to trade, and you have to be more efficient in your trading, better than 30 years ago. 30 years ago, we have one direction most of the time, but now you have 20 different directions in every single day. So this is why you need to learn a little bit more. Now we are coming to the support. There is no trade, and then because of the internet, you don't have short and then long anymore. Now what we have is like a boat trying to make a U-turn. The market stay on idle for quite time before it change from long to short or from short to long. Before, like as I said, we had the V shape, and we can take short and reverse and go long. Now, in those timing, because of the internet, you don't have immediate short and immediate long. We have a gray line in between where some people think still is short, some people think is long, and it is like a boat trying to make a U-turn. So it is like a boat exactly. The market now is sitting sometimes between the long and the short, and there is no direction. So right now, as we see on the NASDAQ or the ES, there is a confusion time between short and long, and this is where 90% of your losses in those area here. Everybody can make money when the market is going one direction, like here. Everybody can make money here. You know, you can take a guy from a bodega with one eye open, and he can take a short and make money in here. The problem is when you get it jammed here between support and resistance, this is when you start losing your profit and you start getting irritated and you think you got the wrong tools. No, maybe you have your tools from somebody else. Probably you have the right tools, but the wrong captain on the tools. So it is like a U-boat, and right now the market is taking a break to think which direction we need to go. Right now you don't have any trade on the ES and NASDAQ. We need direction, and the market has no direction. My personal experience, this market is going back down again. My personal experience. My personal experience does not show on the chart. The only thing I'm relying on my experience that the higher time frame is still in short, and the higher time frame still in short, so the market is taking a break, profit takings, all kind of whatnots, re-engaging, everybody closing position, opening position, re-engaging, and I think there is a good potential for the NASDAQ to drop and the ES to drop again. So when you see this area here and the market cannot find direction, your auto trade cannot find direction for you. One question by the best man I ever had, he asked me this question: doesn't the auto trade supposed to know it all? No, auto trade do not. I don't care if you're using AI, RSI, momentum, MACDs, all those junk. They've been retweaked since 80s. They're not going to do anything for you. The AI cannot predict the future for you. There is nothing can predict for the future for you, only your knowledge in the market. So my knowledge in this market is going to continue to drop. It's just taking a break, and it stayed here, it jammed between long and short and didn't make it. That's why we didn't call the trade long. That's why we didn't call the trade long. And now once this market drop below this support area, we have a sell order right there. So what you did, you stayed on the side until this market find a direction, and once the market find a direction, we can take a trade. Your auto trade, your AI, different platform is not going to save you. Because you don't know what's going on, it's not going to save you. Now, if you see the difference between an ES and NASDAQ, in ES you have a short trade on the NASDAQ as we speak right now. You have a short trade on the NASDAQ coming very soon. We are waiting on the ES to break this one here. I will take the short NASDAQ. If the ES does not break that support area, I will not take the short trade on the NASDAQ. Technically, the NASDAQ, it is short. Right now, as we speak, is a short trade. For a professional trader, he wants to see the ES crossing the support, and then he takes trade. So you have two options here to take a short trade as we speak right now on the NASDAQ. Now, or you wait till the ES cross the support area. When the ES cross the support area is confirmation for your NASDAQ to take short. If the ES not able to break that support area, the NASDAQ is going to turn around and go up again, because this is a technical area. And if we see the NASDAQ sitting on standby, the ES did not break the support area, and that made the NASDAQ get stuck, and now he have a double resistance. He cannot go anywhere. He's stuck. The NASDAQ is stuck. You don't have a short or long until this ES break that support. This is the confirmation for your NASDAQ to take a short trade. If you are a high risk trader, go ahead and take it right now. Finished. If you want me to tell you when to take the trade, wait till the ES close below that fib, and then take a short trade. On the we have a lot of potential to the downside. A lot of potential to the downside. Don't get scared. This is a good news for one of our trader. He's getting married. An Italian guy. uh, Vito, our hero, and he made. You should invite us to your wedding. He lives in England. No, 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 no. You gotta bring everyone. Vito, Vito just made finished 5 micro, 5 accounts, copy trade. All right. We're still waiting on the ES. We're still waiting on the ES to break the support area. We can see 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times trying to break the support area. And once you break it, you have a short on the Nasdaq, and there is a long way to go on the Nasdaq. The ES fell to break the support, so the Nasdaq is going up again. Here it is. How are you gonna translate this to an auto trade? How are you gonna tell the auto trade? Well, if he's not gonna cross this fib, that means the Nasdaq is going long. How are you gonna do this? How are you gonna feed any kind of programming to tell him, because maybe this one here is a weak support, maybe it's not a strong support, but this one is a strong support. Because the ES did not break that area, the Nasdaq turn around and go, which the Nasdaq technically, if you are relying only on indicators, is showing short. It's really showing short. But you don't have the confirmation from the ES. We closed the auto trade on the swing trade in Nasdaq 9,900, and for people don't want to learn lately, I've been putting them on the swing trading. I'm not gonna let them scalp. I think when you have somebody you sense like he doesn't want to learn, or he's in you, I'm putting him on a swing trading immediately. It's much better. I put some templates and I tell him watch it, use another chart to test some other auto trade, but leave those charts for me. And and what I do, I set up their chart on the swing trading and get it over with. Because on the swing trading, you don't have to sit down and fuzzle every scalping. You need to have You need to have experience on the scalping, because the cost, if the market is going fast, you have a slippage on the way in, one tick or two ticks by a broker, and then commission, and then when you exit, you have one tick or two ticks slippage, if there's a market order. Normal scalping 10 to 15 ticks, half of your profit is gone. By the time you pay your tax on the profit, you have less than 45% on the scalping, between the commission, slippage, and tax. If you are a profitable trader, you will be making less than 50% per trade. If it's the average trade is 10 ticks on the scalper, you have couple ticks on the way in, slippage, couple ticks on the way out, plus commission, and that if you win all the trades. So that's why right now when I see new members is new, I'm putting him immediately on swing trading, because swing trading, once you catch the trend, you're gonna be making money. The scalping, you're gonna be in and out, and with your luck, you will be scalping in the wrong area on the chart. So I would not advise a new trader getting into the scalper if he's not a professional trader. If he's not, you should not scalp. Swing trading is much better for him. You break even, you disconnect the trailing stop, and then when you see the right number, you just exit. Or you let the auto trade, like this one, close by itself. Like this one here, close by itself. You make a break even, plus one tick, free ride, and then you go swing trading. That will be much better. And this one, only 3 minutes. It's not expensive to use a stop loss. Even if you make a mistake on the first trade, didn't go, the second trade, again, the cost. Even if he didn't make the first trade, the second trade, the third trade, if he catch the trend, he will cover the whole week income. That's what it is, cost of the trade. If we see something is just 5 or 10 ticks, you should not take those trades, because it's not worth it to use a stop loss for 5 or 10 ticks. And it might go your favor and it might not. This is gambling. This is a big difference between gambling and trading. We still need to see the breakout below the 24,465. We need to see some breakout in those areas. And if you look on why the Nasdaq is stopped, you can see 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 times the ES trying to break that line. Good luck. The ES is going to drop. Yes, it's going to drop, but it's going to take a little time, which everything is on the ES, the sellers over the buyer, the market analyzer, all in red. Technically, this market is short, and the ES, I think, is about time to break it right now. You know, it's a matter of time. And that's why the Nasdaq is sitting on a standby with the ES. It's a major area. We hope we can have the breakout before we Nasdaq wants to go down. We're waiting on the ES. We're still waiting on the ES. I think now is coming. Okay, short. Now we have short. Now we have short. You know, I told you and now it is the proper short as we speak right now. You see, when the market was sideways, I knew it, the market is going to drop. And there is no indicator was showing this, but I know from experience, from the higher time frames, still in red, they're not moving. And now we have two short, one ES and one Nasdaq. Confirmed short, and this is it. I mean, Vito, if you are making a daily uh, 500 on a micro account, you're doing extremely good. So this means on a not a on a micro account 500, that's 5,000 a day. You know, so you're doing much, very good. You become professional trader for an Italian. Oh Jesus, the market turn around. There must be some kind of new scam come out. There must be some kind of news came out. I cannot see what's going on. Still in red, guys. Be careful. Still in red, guys. Be careful. There must be some kind of news came out. I don't know. I cannot see it. And on my news, there is nothing. Okay, there is nothing left. We say thank you very much for today, and we wish you the best in the afternoon. Bye for now.